Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a good day. Appreciate you taking a few minutes. I'll ask you once again, like, share, comment on the post if you will. Again, even if you did it yesterday, appreciate if you do it again today. And if you want to follow along, we will be back in the book of First Thessalonians, chapter 5, beginning in verse number 14. Paul gives us some good words here when he says, "And we urge you, brothers, admonish the idle, encourage the faint-hearted, help the weak, be patient with them all. So that see that no one repays anyone evil for evil, but always seek to do good to one another and to everyone." A lot packed in those little verses there. Let's move through it kind of quickly. Again, way quicker than we probably should. But Paul is giving a little wisdom here to the church, particularly probably to the actual pastor, but to the church as a whole. We urge you, brothers. First of all, he tells them to admonish the idle. What does he mean by admonish the idle? Well, it doesn't mean tell the lazy to get busy, go to work, get a job. Does mean tell the lazy to get busy. It's saying those that are not working for Christ, who are not walking with the Lord the way they should, you encourage them, tell them, help them to, get back on track. Those that are, once were living for the Lord and serving God, and they've kind of fallen off the way. He says one of the things we should be doing is working to get them back. Serving Jesus, get them back to living for the Lord, and because we love them, they're our brothers. He says they're our family in Christ, and so we should be encouraging those to get back. We know who they are, and we like to talk about them. We know who those are that fall into that category ordinarily, but Paul says we don't gossip with them. In fact, let's drop down to what he says. He does say, he says, be patient with them. Usually there's a reason that that's happened. So be patient with them, but encourage them. Don't just leave them by the wayside. And so we admonish the idle, encourage the faint-hearted, encourage those, comfort those that are experiencing difficulties in life. Maybe specifically because of sin. Those that are faint-hearted or discouraged is another word that he uses, and says that we are to encourage them when a fellow believer is lacking in courage. They're dealing with a situation, a circumstance that maybe they don't know how to handle, and they're scared. He says we come along and we help them. We help the weak, and we come alongside of them in whatever they're weak. Maybe their prayer life is weak or whatever it is. He says we help those. Everything he said in those three statements, whether it's admonish the idle, encourage the faint-hearted, or help the weak, all of it comes down to he's saying, be patient. We love our brothers and sisters. We pray for them. We encourage them. We don't leave them by the side. As I've said here a number of times, Vance Havner's statement that the church is the only group in the world that shoot their wounded. What Paul is saying is, let's not shoot our wounded. Let's go find our wounded. Let's go find our hurting. Let's go find our downtrodden, our discouraged, and let's come alongside of them and help them. I think of athletes who get hurt on the field, and how their coaches or their athletic trainers or maybe another player will come alongside of them, and the injured player will put his arms, one on each side around his neck, and they'll carry him off or help steady him, and he'll hop off. But they come alongside of him, and they don't just leave him laying on the field. Surely, if a football team or an athletic team can be that way with their down, with their wounded, that we can do the exact same thing, that we can help our wounded. And again, he sums it up with this statement: be patient, Be patient with them, and don't go back and repay evil for evil. Seek to do good to one another and to everyone. Notice that last phrase, to everyone, not just to brothers and sisters, but to everyone. Let's be good to one another. Let's be patient with one another. We live in an impatient world. I don't know about you, but I can't tell you how many times in the last while sitting at a stoplight. That light barely gets green. The person behind you is blowing the horn. We live in an impatient world. We live in a mean world. We live in a rude world. Paul says, as believers, especially with other believers, but with everyone, let's be patient. Let's be kind. Let's be gentle. Let's be loving. Let's represent Jesus Christ. Think about it. Have a good day. We'll see you here tomorrow morning.